Okay, we need these young people off the field. Who do they belong to? Chris?
Will you please remain standing for the posting of the colors and the singing of the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Home of the brave.
You may now be seated. Please join me in a big thank you to the Beale Air Force Base Honor Guard and the Sierra College Jazz Singers. My name is Willie Duncan. I'm the superintendent president here at Sierra College. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the staff, of the community of Sierra Community College District, I'd like to welcome you to the 2018 Sierra College Commencement. I'd first like to introduce to you the people that are seated on the stage with me tonight. Our trustees, Paul Bancroft, Carrie Dawson-Bartley, Carol Garcia, and Bob Sinclair. Our student body president and student trustee, Noria Munir. Our vice president of student services, Mandy Davies. Vice president of instruction, Rebecca Boquicchio. Vice president of human resources, Ryan Davis. Vice president of administrative services, Eric Skinner. Our special guest commencement speaker tonight, Mr. Scott Syfax. And our faculty member of the year tonight, Soni Verma, Psychology, Women and Gender Studies. Soni was selected by the students to be the faculty member of the year, and with that honor, she's going to give the faculty address tonight. She's been a faculty member at Sierra College since 2004. Please welcome to the stage Soni Verma.
Congratulations, class of 2018. You made it. Yay! Yes. You look amazing in your red gowns and caps. What a beautiful sight this is. This is such a big day for you, your families, your friends, and for me. Thank you for choosing me to be the speaker tonight. This is such a huge honor, and this recognition means a lot to me. When I found out that I have to deliver the graduation speech, I was speechless. Yeah, for 2 whole days. Like, what can I possibly say? I had to sit back, relax, pause, reflect on my life experiences, and wonder, what words of wisdom do I have for you today? What can I possibly say to you that will uplift you, energize you, and motivate you? Finally, I decided I'll simply share my story with you. As many of you know, I'm a psychology professor here, and I'm brown. Yes, very brown, right? Yes, any brown people? Yeah. Okay, what you probably don't know, that I'm also a first-generation immigrant, and all of my education was in India. I grew up female in a country that values boys over girls, where female infanticide and sex-selective abortions are happening even in 2018. However, I had amazing parents who were way ahead of their times. They gave my sister and me the gift of education and the freedom to dream beyond any gender role expectations. My immigration story is a bit atypical, as is my life in general. I came to this country a dutiful Indian wife who followed her husband as dutiful Indian wives are supposed to. I came to this country with my entire life packed in 2 suitcases. I gave up my job in India and then could not work here in the US for many, many years due to visa restrictions. My career took a hit as I got busy taking care of my 2 boys. They are my pride and joy. 10 years down the line, I became a single parent as my children's father and I parted ways. I had to start all over again in a new culture that was still unfamiliar with a different set of rules. Today, I'm also a caregiver to a dear family member who bravely fights a mental illness. And he's my best buddy. Okay. So, how do we deal with difficult events that change our lives? Initially, we respond with a flood of strong emotions and a sense of uncertainty. But gradually, we adapt. It takes time, but we do. This is called resilience. We each have our own road to resilience. For me, my biggest strengths have been my education, my family, including my two amazing boys, and Sierra College. Class of 2018, as you stand here today, I hope you feel proud of your college. I hope this college has helped you build resilience in the face of hardships and many challenges as it did for me. I hope you found a few mentors and picked up some friends along the way. I hope it has given you a place to belong and the confidence to forge ahead with grit and courage. Our stories are different and yet connected. Many of you here are single parents. Many juggle 2 jobs. Many of you work the night shift and then come to school to learn the next morning. Many of you struggle with mental illnesses, post-traumatic stress disorder. You're worried about your rent and food and transportation to school. Raise your hands if you missed a class because your ride stood up or because your car broke down. Yeah, right? Yes? Okay. Many of you face an uncertain future, maybe because of your immigration status, and yet you all keep moving with a smile, changing your future, improving your lives bit by bit, one class after another. What a remarkable achievement, Sierra College. You keep me going. I see resilient faces in my classrooms every day. I learn from you as I teach. I teach human sexuality to hundreds of students every year. But it is your insightful sharing and honest reflections in my classes that had me so well prepared for my boys' teenage years. Nothing they did surprised me. You taught me well. You also taught me that I should stay away from 8 a.m. classes. None of us are awake. That pajamas and flip-flops are the height of fashion. That Tinder is not for hookup anymore. It is legit. Okay. Thank you, dear students. I even know how to teach and text at the same time. I hope and dream that education will open many doors for you and allow you to stand tall and proud. Let education be the driving force that keeps us united in these divisive times. What we need today is global compassion. America is the ultimate land of dreams. I know that together we can build a world where none of our dreams are limited by the color of our skin, our gender and sexual identities, our country of origin, the languages we speak, and our socioeconomic status. This can only happen with an education that emphasizes global compassion. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. We have it. You have it. Let's do it. Right? Okay. Class of 2018, I leave you with this ancient Indian parting. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. May you find peace and joy. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Verma. I would now like to introduce our student body president and student trustee, Noria Munir, who will give the student address. Noria is earning her associates in sociology and social justice and will be transferring to UC Berkeley in the fall. Noria.
Hi, everyone. I'm really short. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Monday, August 24th, 2015. This is the day I began my academic journey here at Sierra College. Starting this semester as a biology major, within my first week, I got acquainted with my professors, I met one of my best friends, and I went to my very first Student Senate meeting. I never in a million years imagined myself to be a part of student government, because the truth is, I didn't think that I was good enough. Growing up shy, quiet, and reserved, I felt my voice didn't matter, and no one would want to listen to what I had to say. I considered not joining the Student Senate, and felt maybe if I spend a year at Sierra, I will be ready the next year. But that is not what God had in mind for me. You see, sometimes in life, you have to take risks. At the time, I didn't know what I was getting into, but I remember meeting Tim Haney, who was the Senate advisor, and because of his encouragement, I decided to take the leap. And now look, 3 years later, I'm speaking to all of you today. Sierra College has impacted my life in more ways than one, and I'm sure it has changed all of your lives in one way or another. I remember wanting to go straight to UC Davis out of high school. I didn't even consider Sierra as an option. But one thing that I have learned in life is that sometimes what you feel is good and right for you might not be what's actually right for you. I'm thankful I didn't go to Davis because I was a bio major for 2 semesters here, but all of that changed when I took my first sociology course with Megan Seeley, and I fell in love with the subject. Megan, you're also one of my favorite professors, so I love you too. A lot of us have probably complained about general ed classes and why we need those for our majors. I know I was one of those people, but if I hadn't taken sociology my spring semester as my general ed, I would not have found my true calling in this world. I'm a firm believer that everything in life happens for a reason. I, being a Pakistani and Muslim woman of color, have become more aware of the privileges I have as well as my marginalities. There are challenges I have faced due to my marginal identities, and I feel as a woman and a woman of color that we often tell ourselves that we aren't good enough to be in leadership roles and to take stands for ourselves in our communities. But the truth is, standing in front of you today, I want to tell all of you that no matter who you are and what you look like, you are good enough. Don't listen to what the world says. You are strong enough and capable, and you have the potential to do great things. You have the power to change and shape our society into one that is more accepting and loving of all people and celebrates our differences. Life is about choices. For example, you can choose to educate yourself on why Black Lives Matter, or you can choose to stay back and claim that there's too many sides to pick from. You can choose to learn a new language, or you can stay in your bubble and think that English is the official language of the United States, even though it's not. You can be a social justice warrior if you challenge yourself every day. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable and have an open mind. Be an ally to the communities you do not belong to. Talk to different people, try different foods, listen to different music, and go to different places. Eliminate the negativity from your life and surround yourself with positive people. Our class graduating today, this is only the beginning. This world can be a scary place regardless of whether you have an education or not. People will try to put you down. Your friend circle will become smaller, and there will be times when you feel you cannot keep going in life, but you have to, because you've made it this far and you're only going up from here. And please do not forget to take care of yourselves, including your mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional health. Self-care is one of the most important things you can do, so make time for it no matter how busy you are. Spend time with your families and your friends, because time is one thing that you can't get back. I want to thank my family, Mama, Dada, Faris, I love all of you so much. Thank you for the sacrifices you have made to help me be where I am today. Thank you, God, for blessing my time here at Sierra College and for making it such a memorable experience. Thank you to my best friends who have had my back since day one. One of them is standing back there. Thank you so much for being here for me. Thank you to the faculty, staff, deans, managers, administration, and board of trustees who have touched my heart here and have kept it genuine and real with me. And last but not least, thank you, Tim. I know you're proud of me even if you aren't in this world anymore. The vision you and I shared has come true. I'm going to UC Berkeley just like you said I would. Thank you and congrats to the class of 2018.
Thank you, Noria. It's now my pleasure to introduce tonight's keynote speaker. Scott Syfax is the Emmy Award-winning executive producer, head writer, and host of Studio Sacramento, which airs on PBS. Studio Sacramento highlights the issues and people that shape California and the nation. It's described as no sound bites or fluff, just balanced discussion. Scott was previously the CEO of the Nehemiah Companies and managed the Nehemiah Community Reinvestment Fund, which leveraged over $880 million in projects to spur development in underserved communities and provided more than $1.5 billion in down payment assistance funding to help over 300,000 families achieve their dream of home ownership. He is a graduate of Cosumnes River College, just down the road, not Sierra College, sorry. But we'll forgive him that. And he was named a California Community College Distinguished Alumni in 2014. Please join me in welcoming Scott Syfax.
President Duncan, trustees, distinguished faculty, and most important, graduates. Congratulations. I am overwhelmed and humbled by the privilege of sharing this special day with all of you who've worked so hard and have achieved so much. I'm truly honored. I too considered, what in the world can I say to all of you that who are at this point better educated and better prepared to face the world that is outside of this stadium than I am? Well, I remembered back to my own graduation and the wise words of my commencement speaker. It was a quick memory since I can't remember who the speaker was or anything that they said. Well, that fact is understandable because the previous night's celebration had stretched into the morning of commencement, and I and my fellow graduates considered it quite the achievement that we were able to stay in formation all the way through the pomp and circumstance of coming in and being seated in the first place. But from watching your performance this evening, you all are cut from much better cloth than we were. I will not speak to you today of sailing forth into the world and conquering tremendous challenges that confront it. You've heard that. I'm not going to trot out the cliches about the tremendous opportunities that lay in front of you because of the unique age that we're in. Every age is unique. And finally, I will not speak to you today about your own special responsibility based on the privileges that you've been granted growing up in this nation. You have to come to that knowledge and commitment on your own. What I am going to speak to you about today is about the journey. And the journey is the distance that all of us must travel in getting to know ourselves and setting a course to that distant shore where we discover our best selves. What I'm going to discuss with you is a concept that has meant more to me in my life and my journey than any other in bringing me both success and joy. I'm often asked, how did you become successful? And I smile when I hear the question, because my minor successes pale in comparison to many of the people not only here this evening, but who are outside these walls. But I do know, in the little bit of success that I have enjoyed, the one thing that was most important was that I always gave first and thought nothing about return to myself. I call it giving without a net. So often we're trained and we're taught by social media and culture to always look for the angle, to always look for the art of the deal in every engagement or interaction. I'm asking you to turn away from that notion and to consider for a moment what life would be like if we all gave with no thought of return. That transformative power in our relationships with our friends, our marriages, our children, and our community could change the direction of this nation. I'm going to share with you a few moments along the way of my own journey to illustrate the power of this concept and how its application can transform your life as well. The power of giving without a net. Many years ago, I worked right out of college for a company called Eli Lilly and Company, a pharmaceutical manufacturer. And in my travels, I became aware of a small startup called Nehemiah that had come up with an innovative way to allow people to buy their first home who otherwise couldn't because they couldn't save enough for a down payment. I don't know, but maybe some of you were like me, and you worked hard all month, but you had more month at the end of the money than you had money at the end of the month. Well, I was one of those people, and I never thought I'd be able to buy a home. And so when I heard about this organization that would literally give you the down payment so that you could buy a house and have your part of the American dream, I thought it was a scam. I couldn't figure out how it was done, but in fact, people from this area, from this region, came up with an idea that all the $1,000 a day lobbyists and big shots on Wall Street and in Washington hadn't thought of. And they started a program to help working people achieve their chance at the good life. Well, this particular organization became a pawn in a war between two very powerful figures in the old Clinton administration, and it looked like it was about to go down for the third time. I thought it was unfair, and I sat down with the leadership of this organization, and they were sincere, good people, but they were completely outmatched by the forces that they were facing. I, on the other hand, was working in a dream job on my way up into senior management on the fast track and had everything going in my direction. But something in me said, these folks need my help, and I need to pause for a moment. So I decided that I would volunteer for them and help them to try and save their company and save this way for people to get their own slice of the American dream. I volunteered to become a strategist for them, and ultimately, we were able to put together a strategy in place where we were able to stop the actions of the federal government in shutting down this Grown in Sacramento program. The founder of Nehemiah asked me how much I wanted to be paid. They were paying consultants 4 and 5 and 6 figures actually a month. And these consultants were taking advantage of them like a cash cow. And I said, don't pay me anything. I haven't done anything to deserve to be paid. I tell you what, if we can fix this thing, you decide what's fair, and you pay me what that's worth. Well, he was stunned because no one had ever told him that they didn't want money. Well, the deal was struck, and I went to work, and a couple months later, we were able to solve the problem, and they went into business. And then the most amazing thing happened. He called me up one day, and he says, Scott, I want you to come and be the CEO of this company. I'm not the guy to take this thing to the next level, but I trust you because you never wanted anything from me. And that's how, at 31 years old, I became the CEO of this small startup and grew it over the next couple years up to a $430 million a year national corporation. Now, when I say that I did it, my greatest skill is that I know to hire people a lot smarter than me. So let me be clear. It was the team that did it, but I get both the accolades as well as the criticisms. Well, I kept doing that for a while, and while I've retired from that job, and it was bumpy along the way, and there were problems here and there, we did a lot of amazing work. And one of the things that I was most proud of was the fact that along the way to giving away $1.5 billion and putting 325,000 families into home ownership, we were able to create 23,000 jobs across the United States along the way. And all of that happened because the people that worked with me also adopted the notion that for us, it wasn't about the money, it was about the journey. My second tale is that 7 years ago, I received an award, and I made a speech at the time we were in the worst of the recession. Some of you may remember that. There were no jobs. We were feeling bad about ourselves in Sacramento. As a matter of fact, the Kings were leaving at the time, and a magazine said that this region was lousier to live in than Detroit, Michigan. Can you imagine? Now, I know we've had some challenges, but we're never Detroit. Well, we were waiting for someone to come save us. And I made this speech and I said, you know, we got to pull up our socks and do it for ourselves. And I said to the audience, it's time to turn the page. Well, that speech generated more positive feedback than I've ever received. And that led to a conversation with PBS. And they wanted to talk about a show that explored the deep issues and the major critical conversations that were taking place in California. And that led to the creation of Studio Sacramento. Now, I was asked, well, Scott, it's a great idea, but who should host it? And I just reacted and I said, well, I should. Well, I have no training. I have no expertise in broadcasting or journalism. As a matter of fact, my claim to fame is I used to hide from reporters because they were always looking at something related to Nehemiah and the work that we were doing across the United States. Well, PBS took a chance on me skeptically, and one of the reasons they did was they said, well, how much do you want to get paid? And I said, nothing. Let me earn my way into actually being qualified to do this thing and worthy of this opportunity in the first place. Well, not more than a year and a half later, I'm standing on a stage and I and my colleagues are accepting our very first Emmy Award for Studio Sacramento. And the distance between being a guy who helps people with real estate and home ownership to winning the highest award in television in less than 2 years, well, let me just tell you folks, that was quite a journey. But think about it. It wouldn't have happened if I had come in and started trying to cut a deal and trying to angle for myself in the first place. I gave first, and I trusted that in doing the good work and helping others, that it would come back and benefit. And I am living testament to tell you that it works. So I want to share with you quickly, in these closing moments, a couple of life lessons I've learned that have worked for me along the way. Number one, be willing to humble yourself and do the hard work, regardless of the comments and criticisms you receive from the smart people who say you'll never make it. Always remember, they're the same people who say, excuse me, you know, when you're standing on top of the stage, I was with you the entire time. I tried to tell those people you were going to do it. Number two, life will test your determination and commitment to your dreams. Longevity, not speed, is the key attribute. Consistency and stamina will always win out over pure talent alone in the long run. Additionally, resilience and fortitude in the face of inevitable disappointments prove that you are worthy of your success. Three, integrity. The mighty oak bends, but it does not break. Our world is looking for people that can believe that they can believe and invest in. Your authentic self on its worst day will show up more powerfully than a false representation in order to be popular and meet the expectations of the crowd. Ultimately, people want the real thing. Just ask Coca-Cola when it altered its recipe. Finally, number 4, be fearless. But in being fearless, what that means is not that you can have the absence of fear. It's that you will walk alongside your fear as you go through the valley that you must pass through from here to where it is that ultimately you end up. Remember, doing the right thing and standing up for the right thing is among the most important qualities, especially at this moment, that you can have. The most memorable people you will meet in your life many times will be those who stand by your side when there's no benefit to them and actually association with you is to their detriment. Be for them what they are for you. And finally, in closing, where should you give without a net? The choice is yours. But if I might give a suggestion to you this evening, give kindness, respect, and the benefit of the doubt to your neighbor and to those whom you do not know or normally do not associate with. America, our great country, has momentarily lost its memory that its greatness has always been in its ability to find the common thread of humanity in its oceans of difference and diversity. Giving without a net and reaching out to meet and understanding those not like yourself is important in maintaining the fabric that is our nation. Let's not rush to conclusion or judgment on people who are of a different creed, religion, orientation, way of life, or political philosophy, and understand that there are things in their life experience that you can learn from and they from you. In closing, I want to remind you of the words once written by the great essayist and frequent visitor to Sacramento during his days as a Barbary Coast reporter, Samuel Clemens, better known as Mark Twain, who was as acclaimed for his observations about life as he was for his immortal characters and stories that we still read today. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than the ones that you did. Sail away from the safe harbor. Catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, do. I say to all of you on behalf of Twain and all of the dreamers, the doers, and most of all the givers, explore, dream, do. Good luck, good health, and God bless. Thank you all.
Thank you, Scott. Okay, we're getting close. If you'll indulge me for a minute, a few years ago, I took a selfie at graduation with all the graduates in the background. I'm going to do it again this year. Give me just a minute. I saw some of you taking pictures of me taking a selfie of us. That's going to be up on my Twitter page as soon as I'm done speaking, and then I'm sure Sierra College will blast it out there too. So I have some good news for you. And the good news is, probably the best news you're going to hear from me tonight, is I'm the last person to speak before you guys walk across the stage and graduate. If I really wanted to impress you, I would just sit down and we'd move on with this. I didn't really mean that, come on. But I'm going to be short. So I just really want to tell you a couple of things, a few thoughts that have been going through my mind. A couple of speakers tonight have already told you that when they knew they were going to speak, they started thinking, what could they tell you that would actually mean something? And so each year I write a graduation speech, and I try to think about what's on my mind right now and what can I tell you that might mean something to you. So the first thing I want to say is I thoroughly love my job as the president of Sierra College. And the reason that I love it, thank you, the reason that I love it is because of the amazing faculty and staff and trustees and people that I get to work with, but more so for the students that I get to see every day walking around campus. It keeps me passionate and feeling good about what I'm doing, knowing that I'm coming to Sierra College every day and working to help you get through your college experience and make your goals. So thank you for what you've done to help me. This is a night to celebrate and honor you as graduates. As your Sierra College experience comes to an end, I think it's important to reflect upon what you've experienced while you were here. You've had successes, I'm sure you've had some failures, you've had some difficulties, but you've had some great times. It's also good to think about where you're going in the future. And I know some of you are laser focused, you know exactly what you want to do. You came here with a mission and you've accomplished it so far and you're on to the next. Others of you, maybe not so much. You're not quite sure what the future holds for you or where you're going to go next. So to make you feel a little bit better, I'm going to tell you that's my story. When I graduated from college, I had absolutely no clue what I wanted to do. I got my degree, and I kind of thought, oh my gosh, now what? It was like I just had this kind of, I don't know, fear came over me of like, holy cow, now who's going to tell me what to do or where to go next? Because that was pretty much my progression of life, right? You go to school, they tell you to go to elementary school and then high school, and then you got to go to college, and then you move on. But I certainly didn't see that I would be a college president someday. I didn't ever set out for this as my goal. But the one thing that I think was the reason why I was able to become a college president and have the job that I have is that I was open to opportunity. And when opportunity came, I was willing to take advantage of it. So I encourage you to do that. Don't lock yourself in. Don't lock yourself in on one thought process or one goal or one idea of who you are and who you're going to become. But be open to the possibilities and the opportunities that come your way, and be willing to stray from your path a little bit to follow those. It's worth it. One of the hallmarks of Sierra College is our collaborative culture. And I hope that while you were with us during your time here, however long it was, 2, 3, 4, 5, some of you I've seen around for a long time, so I know. The skill to collaborate and work well with others and build relationships is something that's useful while you're in college, but it's useful your entire life. In finishing your degree at Sierra College, I know you've had some personal success. You've achieved some things that you wanted to achieve. But you've had to also learn how to collaborate and work well with others. We've tried to give you educational opportunities to build and hone that skill. But it's something that you'll need to continue to work on throughout your life and throughout your career. If you're like me, you've made some friends during your college experience. And if you're lucky, you found one or two or maybe even more mentors, people that you rely upon, people that you trust and respect and that you can ask advice of. Some of them are your fellow students. Others are your teachers that you met, or the staff maybe that you came in contact with. They might even be your family members, those that are close to you, that you've developed a relationship with. I encourage you to foster those relationships. Don't let them end now because you're graduating and leaving Sierra College. You can maintain those relationships throughout your life, and they can benefit you. In essence, you've built a support system, a network of individuals that can help you face the challenges that you're going to face. And we all know life will throw challenges at all of us. So as you leave us, also, don't be afraid to add to that list of individuals that are your network of support. Build on those. Look for people like that. And be that to other people. They need the same thing as you do. Successful people collect people around them like they would a cherished, precious resource. So see people around you in that way. We've tried to give you a strong educational foundation at Sierra College, but it is just that. It is a foundation. It's up to you what you build with it. The structure of your life will be built by you. You're the architect. You are in charge of the next steps. So think wisely, take advantage of those opportunities that I talked about, and don't be afraid to take some risks, show some courage. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you very much. See, I told you it'd be short.
Members of the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to inform you that the class of 2017-2018 have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the Associate in Arts or the Associate in Science degrees and are eligible from graduation from Sierra College. Will the class of 2017-2018 please come forward to receive your degrees?
Why did you get in front of me? Well, go ahead. Just wait right here, and then I'll give you the go sign. Ready?
I have no cards.
Nuria Munir, our wonderful student body president and trustee, AA for transfer, social justice studies with honors.
Kelly Nicole Green, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Martha Leticia Squibbs, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Sydney Marie Johnson, AS for Transfer, Administration of Justice.
Erica Lisbeth Para, AS for Transfer, Administration of Justice.
Oksana Mulyar, AA Accounting.
Brianna Nicole Caldwell, AS Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement with honors.
Valentina Minchuk, AA General Business.
Elanya M. Astaviez, AS Natural Science.
Diana Gutz, AA Applied Art and Design, Illustration.
Victoria Okanev, AS Natural Science.
Isel Gutierrez, AA for Transfer, Political Science.
Christina Ann Barvels, AS Natural Science with honors.
Trent Zachary Zan, AA for Transfer, Psychology.
Shania Rochelle Coder, AA Photography.
Brian Russell Knowles, AA for Transfer, Communication Studies.
Julia Silva, AA Computer Information Systems, Computer Applications.
Bonnie Ray Gomez, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Samantha Christine Giacomimi, AS Biological Sciences.
Paul David Bushman, AS for Transfer, Business Administration.
Tori Lynn Olney, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Jessica Cheyenne Jensen, AS Business Administration.
Janelle Marie Prey, AA Fire Technology.
April G. Jasek, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Brandy Nicole Dunlap, AA Administration of Justice Courts with honors.
Paul Eustace, AA in Business Administration.
Tabby Rastegar, AA Management.
Danielle Celeste Andrade, AS Natural Science with honors.
Kevin Grisales, AA for Transfer, Psychology.
Jessica Barton, AA Business Entrepreneurship with honors.
Kimberly Marie Brinton, AS Biological Sciences.
Joseph Cardenas, AST Business Administration.
Kaylee Elizabeth Boggs, AA for Transfer, Sociology with honors.
Gary Allen Lawrence, AS Computer Information Systems Technical Support.
Katrina Marie Rodriguez, AA Social Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Melanie Spinelli, AA for Transfer, Psychology.
Myra Avalos, AS for Transfer, Business Administration.
Nicole Onita Hallberg, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Christina Louise Santos, AS Accounting.
Diana Tudi Kalalo, AS Biological Sciences.
Poonam Deep Kaur, AS Natural Science with honors.
Gabriela B. Riviera Ruiz, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Deanna Rose Nicole, AA Social Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Julianne Sikora Riffy, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Lene Lillian Wright, AS Accounting.
Michelle Felice Bell, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Trevor Stephen Schneider, AA Mechatronics Technology.
Sydney Paige Anderson, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Angela Marie Martinez, AA Accounting with honors.
Timothy Patrick Connors, AA Communication Studies General.
Caitlin Erica Nauka, AA Natural Science.
Seth Michael Allen, AA Music with honors.
Raptor Michael Duncan, AA Photography.
Kelsey Elizabeth Bailey's, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Gabrielle Wolfs, AS Natural Science.
Christina Marie Fazy, AS Natural Science.
Chayla Michelle Reyna, AA Arts and Cultures with honors.
Aaliyah Cassandra Arosa, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Michael Anthony Contini, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Charles Joseph Windheim, AS Natural Science Honors.
William Richard Jackson, AS for Transfer, Business Administration with honors.
Jasmine Windheim, AA for Transfer English with honors.
Jocelyn Ruelas, AA for Transfer, Psychology.
Dakota Garner Kahn, AS Natural Science.
Always remember, do not
Ephraim-
punish one for the actions of another. Oh.
Efrain Ruiz Martinez, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Jennifer Ponson, AA Applied Art and Design Multimedia.
Ermin Melger, AS for Transfer, Business Administration of Justice.
Viana Galbraith, AA Accounting with honors.
Jose Eduardo Ariola, AS Engineering.
Melissa Marie Duarte, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Cielo de Leon Garcia, AA Liberal Studies, Elementary Education.
Lucas James Tupper, AA Applied Art and Design, Graphic Design.
Liliam Yvette Rodriguez Diaz, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Umar Sidibe, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Alejandra Silvas, AS Biological Sciences with honors.
Cheyenne Rose, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors. Okay, thank you.
Cecilia Gabriela Frias, AS Biological Sciences with honors.
Cameron Ciara Davis, AA for Transfer Psychology with honors.
Ashley Renee Rivera, AS Registered Nursing.
Christine Lacey, AA for Transfer, Communication Studies.
Diane Marie Harris, AS Registered Nursing.
Taylor Jonathan Rice, AS for Transfer, Business Administration, Honors.
Kelly Marie Fitzgerald, AS Registered Nursing with honors. You're fine.
Amber Rochelle Common, AS for Transfer, Business Administration.
Quoc Viet Huynh, AS Registered Nursing.
Gabriella Danielle Dunlap, AA Business Entrepreneurship.
Dylan J. Loya, AS Registered Nursing.
Julianne Danielle Jost, AA for Transfer, Sociology.
Adam Thomas Lane, AS Registered Nursing.
Bailey Ann Stewart, AA, Administration of Justice.
Tiffany Viscuso, AS, Registered Nursing.
Aubrey Nicole Ford, AAS for Transfer Business Administration.
Monet Ramirez, AS, Registered Nursing.
Tori Nicole Guest, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Tawny Kristen Lai, AS, Registered Nursing.
Chessa Marie Orr, AS Sustainable Agriculture with honors.
Ronnie A. Brown, AS, Registered Nursing.
Cameron Stephen Hoppy, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Grace Mavi, AS, Registered Nursing.
Keaton Douglas Burns, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Alicia Tatar, AS, Registered Nursing.
Kaylee Renee Halapoff, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Anishma Nair, AS, Registered Nursing with honors.
Leslie Garcia, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Uliana Drozdowska, AS, Registered Nursing with honors.
Paula Jacqueline Eschen, AS Biological Sciences with honors.
Julianne Elizabeth Welch, AS for Transfer Early Childhood Education with honors.
April Dawn McCarty Scalmanini, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Alicia Marie Avila, AA Early Childhood Education.
Emily Victoria Perry, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Chris James Powers, AS Computer Science.
Emmanuel Fatalone, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Daria Prisakaru, AS Registered Nursing with honors.
Cameron Joseph Canchola, AA Applied Art and Design Digital Media.
Angela Vladimir Kravchuk, AS Registered Nursing.
I'm so glad you got the nurses.
Kenneth Christopher Colster, AS Fire Technology.
Lauren Patricia Kaza Stafford, AS Registered Nursing.
Pierre Tees Balda, AS Natural Science.
Brooke Nicole Smallwood, AS Registered Nursing.
Taylor Lynn Brown, AA for Transfer Communication Studies.
Whitney Reister, AS Registered Nursing with honors.
Trung Wong Nguyen, AA for Transfer Economics.
Tia Shanice Vickers, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Taylor Deanne Llewellyn, AA Social Behavioral Sciences.
Danielle Weinrock, AS Registered Nursing with honors.
Matthew Derek Terone, AS Computer Science Honors.
Elizabeth Uhas, AS Registered Nursing.
Alexander McCall Raymont, AA Studio Art with honors.
Kayla Midori Burns, AS Registered Nursing.
Anne Marie Kieiger, AA Computer Information Systems, Technical Support with honors.
Samantha Jo Mirasol, Bailey, AS Registered Nursing.
Ariana Shantae Jones, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Shannon Angel Bliss Von Camper, AA Early Childhood Education.
Ryan James Corp, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Ruka Terrakino, AS for Transfer Early Childhood Education with honors.
Nicholas Christopher Yoryu, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Allison Lee Rencool, AA Early Childhood Education.
Pamela Ann Walden, AA General Business with honors.
Megan Anna Johnson, AS Early Childhood Education Site Supervisor.
Tyler Scott Johnson, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Consuelo Calvillo, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Carrie Lozier, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Monica Velasquez, AS Early Childhood Education.
Madison Taylor Bomek, AA Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement with honors.
Araceli Torres Vargas, AA Early Childhood Education.
Mauro Cesar Pinto, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Irina Kalman, AA Early Childhood Education Master Teacher.
Nichelle Colleen Ramji, AS Welding Technology.
Yani Mariela Martinez Calero, AS Early Childhood Education.
Krista Walters, AA Liberal Studies Elementary Education with honors.
Isabella Nicole Cervantes, AS Early Childhood Education.
Nicholas Matthew Swift, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Madison Riley Gomez, AS for Transfer Early Childhood Education.
Melissa Diane Desjardins, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Stephanie Louise Mitchell, AS for Transfer Early Childhood Education with honors.
Darlene Denise Hollins, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Jessica Michael Estrella, AS for Transfer Early Childhood Education.
Melissa Ann Segezi, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Sarah Monson, AS for Transfer Early Childhood Education.
Jacob Lambeth, AS Administration of Justice.
Elizabeth Escobedo, AS Natural Sciences.
Katrina Marie Michelle Acero, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Shelby Brooke Jordan, AA for Transfer Philosophy with honors.
Mandy Jean Maselli, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Trevin Craig Adams, AS Computer Science.
Alessandra Marie Velez, AS Fashion Industries with honors.
Brandon Rains, AA Philosophy with honors.
Jason Reza Moslehi, AA Marketing.
Michaela Christine Hyde, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Rachel Elizabeth Sexton, AA Women's Studies.
Allison Michelle Wilkins, AA for Transfer Political Science with honors.
Jadila Moira Nawabi, AA for Transfer Sociology.
Hannah Marie Harper, AA for transfer, anthropology with honors.
Savannah Maureen Ramirez, AA for transfer, sociology with honors.
Irina Willis, AA early childhood education with honors.
Simi Mander, AS sociology.
Devora Yatsina, AA psychology to transfer.
Faithful Amameze, AA computer information systems networking.
Mackenzie Pye, AA early childhood education.
Monica Vega Mendoza, AS social and behavioral sciences.
Donna Leola Spurgeon, AA early childhood education site supervisor.
Jessica Lynn Prater, AS social and behavioral sciences.
Taylor Francis Sutter, AA liberal studies elementary education.
Patricia Sennett Spielman, AA for transfer studio arts.
Kayla Marie Green, AA early childhood education.
Richard Michael Taberberg, AS natural science with honors.
Yvonne Martyr, AA early childhood education.
Keith Gifford Bunker, AS social and behavioral sciences.
Okay. Savannah Toady, AA early childhood education.
Colby Lynn Christensen, AA mechatronics technology.
Julia Anna Tukchenko, AS natural science.
Dustin Elliott Hawley, AA mechatronics technology.
Isabel Alexis McGee, AA for transfer psychology.
Andrew Robert Jensen, AS mechatronics technology.
Annika Landucci, AA for transfer psychology.
Harvinder Danda, AS computer information systems networking.
Lindsay Elizabeth K. Olson, AA recreation management with honors.
Dennis Abella Sanchez, AA automotive analysis.
Morgan Backlund, humanities, Asian studies, AA.
Caitlin Rose Colbert, AA social and behavioral sciences.
Robert Alexander Gutschall, AS for transfer, administration of justice.
Victoria Caitlin Morgan, AA applied art and design multimedia with honors.
Milan Ilic, AS computer information systems, networking and security with honors.
Kaylin David Egolf, AA social and behavioral sciences with honors.
Daniel Griffin Kelly, AS applied art and design, illustration.
Timothy Sean Smith, AA studio art.
Samantha Jane Bryant, AA business entrepreneurship with honors.
Maria A. Youngblood, AA accounting with honors.
Ashley Anchik, AA business entrepreneurship with honors.
Tiffany LaDawn Tompkins, AS for transfer, administration of justice.
Stevie Renee Schmier, AS social and behavioral sciences.
Elijah Gilbert, AA for transfer, psychology.
Sherry Ingman, AA General Business.
Bianca Perez, AS for Transfer, Administration of Justice with honors.
Kaylia Christine Welker, AS Business Administration.
Amanda Lynn Elliott, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences and Women's Studies.
Kevin Barton Marchuk, AS Administration of Justice for Transfer.
Genesee Lynn Harmon, AA for Transfer Psychology with honors.
Samir Ali Burkane, AA Marketing.
Ariana Rosales, AA Liberal Studies Elementary Education with honors.
Jean Robert Hevron, AA for Transfer Journalism.
Andrew Joseph Lima, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Daniel Paul Simonik, AS for Transfer Communication Studies with honors.
Ellen Faye Landon, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Taryn Janine McDonald Townsley, AA for Transfer Communication Studies.
Tommy Cassandra Euler, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Lance Lee McKinley, AA Fire Technology with honors.
Ariane Marie Valdez, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Spencer Charles McKinley, AS Fire Technology.
Holly Yvonne Crawford, AS Natural Science with honors.
Shane Winter, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Bree Lauren Larson, AA Arts and Cultures.
Corey Daniel Solberg, AS Computer Information Systems Networking.
Priscilla Grace Wilson, AS Natural Sciences.
Ryan Phillip Donley, AA Liberal Studies Elementary Education with honors.
Jessica Lynn King, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Jonathan Daniel Weber, AS Welding Technology with honors.
Claudia Warner, AA Applied Art and Design Graphic Design.
Safalani Masudi, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Kristen Harnage, AS Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Star Wooten, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Jose Bueno, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Jordan Anderson Ekstrand, AS Marketing.
Aaron Casey Pearty, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Lily Ann Dikema, AS Recreational Management with honors.
Darren Cassidy, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Carson Andrus Kellett, AS Applied Art and Design, Graphic Design with honors.
Ryan Evans, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Michaela Ann Fleischer, AS Recreation Management.
Joshua Gonzalez, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Sally Loaiza, AA for Transfer Kinesiology with honors.
Trey Finch, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Kanisha Lynn Badu, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Carlos David Barraza Vidaca, AS Business Administration.
Jalika Hemphill, AST Psychology.
Andre Maurice Sandridge, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Imani Simone Watts, AA for Transfer Communication Studies.
Drayshawn Hudson, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Keisha Dahlia Carthen, AA Management.
Brandon Ayuk, Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Liam Gibson Conshu, AA for Transfer History.
Jakari Lamar Jones, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Mark Anthony Paul, AA for Transfer Journalism.
Marissa Nicole Gons, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Caitlin Rose Mulholland, AA for Transfer Journalism.
Kristen Lynn Keeney, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Amanda Carolina Ruiz, AS Natural Sciences with honors.
Julie Hayes, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Catherine Hazel Lasabal, AS Natural Science with honors.
Christopher Michael Sean Thornton, AA Photography.
Brittany Ann Lessendak, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Melina Renee Milburn, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Emily Lynn Ingram, AS Natural Science.
Alexia Martinez, AS Natural Science with honors.
Heather Smith, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Lauren Ann Baer, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Sandeep Kher, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Lauren Rochelle Ostrander, AA for Transfer Kinesiology.
Jajit Pal Kar, AS Natural Science.
Courtney Renee Oktukshiner, AS Applied Art and Design Illustration.
Jessica Sanchez,
honors.
AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Adam Reed, AST Computer Science.
Jill V. Dorning, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Stephanie Priscilla Lane, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Janet Lynn Arndt, AA Studio Art.
Brianna Gonzalez, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Allison Marie Olsufka, AA Marketing with honors.
Colleen Marie Gascon, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Ethan Pearson, AA for Transfer Psychology with honors.
Courtney Elizabeth Jones, AS Accounting.
Yuri Shumakov, AA Accounting with honors.
Monica Mary Wagner, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Kaylee Page McMullen, AA for Transfer Kinesiology with honors.
Dominic Washington, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
James Long, AA Psychology.
Kyle Nathan Schutz, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Louisa Marie Kraut-Hamill, AA for Transfer Anthropology with honors.
Salongo Oyunjouts, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Crystal Quiroga Aguilera, AA for Transfer History.
Emily Dawn Kenny, AA Spanish with honors.
Julie Therese Nasco, AS Accounting with honors.
Mary Catolica, AS Recreation Management.
Joshua Vines, AS Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
April Denise Mueller, AS Natural Science with honors.
Rosie Daniela Castillo, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Rianne Iris Harder, AS Natural Science.
Adriana Christina Harkin, AA for Transfer, Psychology.
Ironel Nidiyama Zapatos, AS Natural Science with honors.
Sam Lumley, AA for Transfer, English with honors.
Jet Lee Jade Alishi, AS Biological Sciences.
Jake Austin Knight, AS Administration of Justice, Law Enforcement.
Kat Dawn McKeon, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Wan Thi Vu, AS Accounting with honors.
Daniel Patrick Lynch, AA for Transfer, Economics.
Danya Tinoco, AA for Transfer, Psychology.
Ryan Baines Jordan, AS Computer Science, Computer Science.
Brittany Marie Lynn Torok, AA Liberal Studies, Elementary Education.
Juana Enriquez Garcia, AA for Transfer, Communication Studies.
Tyler James Davis, AS Accounting.
Ara Camille David, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Reese Anthony Boyd, AA for Transfer, Communication Studies.
Milana Artishuk, AA Business Administration.
Jenna Lynn Evans Rodriguez, AA Accounting.
Ruth Artishuk, AS Natural Science.
Nur Hidayah Shatis, AS Psychology with honors.
Nicole Marie Hill, AA Arts and Cultures.
Jacqueline Lucas, AA Welding.
Nicholas John William Ash, AS for Transfer, Business Administration.
Kayla Lynn Anderson, AA Photography.
Nahor Aziz Mohammed Shafiq, AST Chemistry with honors.
Rebecca Ann Kale, AA for Transfer, Communication Studies with honors.
Fatia Asri, AS for Transfer, Physics with honors.
Madalena Paulita Anderson, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Afika Amirmuddin, AS for Transfer, Physics with honors.
Data Christine O'Donnell, AS Environmental Studies and Sustainability.
Nurfamiza Swazwani Zulkifli, AS for Transfer, Biology.
Renee Ann Canfield, AA Natural Science with honors.
Nabiha Rumley, AS for Transfer, Biology with honors.
Kevin Grant Stofflet, AS for Transfer, Administration of Justice.
Rose Shahira Suhaimi, AST Biology.
Elizabeth Deanne Myers, AA Liberal Studies, Elementary Education.
Ahmad Isman, AS Engineering with honors.
Carissa Patty, AA for Transfer in Spanish.
Jose Luis Lopez, AA Drafting and Engineering Support, Mechanical Civil.
Tonya Evelyn Hart, AS Psychology with honors.
Mercedes Lynn King, AA for Transfer, Psychology.
Taryn Rochelle Conklin, AA Deaf Studies, with honors.
Michelle Manisha Prasad, AA Management with honors.
Sarah Christine Conklin, AA for transfer, Spanish.
Jonathan Lee Breimer, AA for transfer, history.
Sabrina Angelique Skeeton, AA Applied Art and Design, graphic design.
Lacey Lorraine Horton, AS for transfer, business administration.
Brittany Nicole Bowen, AS for transfer, business administration.
Vin Sebastian Fernando, AS for transfer, business administration.
Sam Narcisa Aregi, AA for transfer, Associate for Arts for transfer.
Corey Jimison, AS Computer Information Systems, Networking and Security.
Lindsay Marie Scott, AA Applied Art and Design, graphic design with honors.
Chelsea Joe Hudson, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Kelsey Marin Cole, AA Liberal Studies, elementary education.
Shenandoah Erica Halston, AS Applied Art and Design, illustration with honors.
Megan Regina Balowing Tanahashi, AA Applied Art and Design, graphic design.
Nicolette Tucker, AA for transfer, theater arts.
Kenneth Washington Johnson III, AA Business Administration.
David Markovich Glubachunsky, AA for transfer, theater arts with honor.
Isabella Marie Giello, AA Multimedia Design with honors.
Emma Cole, AA for transfer, theater arts with honors.
Elena Voss, AA for transfer, anthropology. Yep.
Aaliyah Joycelyn Murray, AA for transfer, psychology.
Ryan Schwery, AS Social Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Okay. Benedicta Naya Odoa Aquapora Benson, AA for transfer, psychology.
Marina Shilo, AS for transfer, business administration.
Ruben Santiago Duarte, AA Liberal Studies, elementary education with honors.
Kelly Marie Whalen, AS Business Administration.
Thank you. Quincy Kalia Pruitt, AA for transfer, journalism.
Danielle Jetta Weeks, AA for transfer, communication studies.
Devin Marcy Darnell, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Madison Jack Spoor, AA Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Studies.
Tanya Narula, AA Administrative Professional.
Tristan Escher Richard Gibson, AS Applied Art and Design, graphic design with honors.
Leslie Noel Moneypenny, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Spencer Bryant Gray, AA Applied Art and Design, multimedia.
Karinber Singh Gill, AS Natural Science.
Matthew Murray Vidal, AA Social Behavioral Sciences.
Rafael A. Barrera, AA Applied Art and Design, multimedia.
Matt Robert Connor, AA for transfer, history.
Desiree Marie Manzano, AS for transfer, biology with honors.
Krista Melanson, AS for transfer, business administration.
Marissa Sadahoff, AS for transfer, business administration with honors.
Ashley French, AA psychology.
Courtney Lee Ringholm, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Sandra Cecilia De Leon, AA social behavioral sciences.
Audrey Colden, AS Natural Science.
E. Dye, AS for transfer, physics with honors.
Rebecca Ann Younger, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Sarah Maureen Henry, AA Music.
Emily K. Blackston, AS Natural Science with honors.
Benjamin Cole Taylor, AA Music.
Danielle Nicole Anescu, AS Natural Science with honors.
Ashley Cheyenne Brooks, AS Biological Sciences.
Shiva Amonpour, AA Drafting and Engineering Support, Architectural Civil.
Cassandra Kyle Andrews Myers, AS Biological Sciences.
Austin McKeetyuk, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Brianna Janie Duffy, AS Biological Sciences.
Lucia Delgado, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Trevor Michael Guzalak, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Enrique Delgado Martinez, AA for Transfer Psychology.
Rodrigo Gonzalez Juarez, AA for Transfer Sociology with honors.
Alicia Peters, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Obed Vehar, AS Drafting and Engineering Support, Mechanical and Civil with honors.
Teresa Oyanoa Esuga, AS Natural Science.
I know your mom. I know someone's mom's out there very excited. Ashley Michelle Hohweger, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Wen Hoi Chen, AA for Transfer Communication Studies.
Melissa Felix, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Talal Arslan, AA for Transfer Political Science.
G. Afshar, AA, Biological and Natural Sciences.
AJ Abdul-Jabbar, AS Business Administration.
Yeshua Astley, AS Natural Science with honors.
Reina Yamamoto Marshadesh, AA for Transfer Communication Studies with honors.
Jessica Trainer, AS Natural Science.
Mac Kinzer-Fiba, AA Computer Networking and Security.
Jennifer Ramirez, AS Natural Science.
Yung Shen Wang, AA Recreation Management with honors.
Kristen Irene Simpson, AS Social Behavioral Sciences.
Gustavo Hector DiVincenzo, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Kaylee Alexis Johnson, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Linda Jo Dion Zalapa Valdez, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Daisy Benting Lorente, AS Natural Science.
Raquel Magadun Sanchez, AA for Transfer Sociology.
Lara Elizabeth Healy, AA for Transfer Studio Arts.
Rachel Elizabeth Lindsay, AA Psychology.
Mariana Rodriguez, AA for Transfer Communication Studies with honors.
Portia Lewis, AA for Transfer Anthropology with honors.
Taylor Celine Fiorica, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Calvin Maurice Jones, AS for Transfer Administration of Justice.
Tanner Dugan, AS for Transfer Business Administration with honors.
Kelsey Ann Prock, AAT Sociology with honors.
Ramin Saeed, AS Engineering with honors.
Brooke Elizabeth Mayfield, AA Business Administration with honors.
Marin Antoinette Sanders, AS for Transfer Geology with honors.
David Ramon Barosio, AS for Transfer Business Administration.
Kylene Nicole Landenberger, AS Mathematics with honors.
Amria El Shaloya, AA Humanities General with honors.
Maya Leroy, AS Physics.
Jenna Catherine Walker, AA Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Isaiah Bernard Hennel Nussman, AA Management.
I'm sorry? Jorge Luis Rodriguez Jr., AA for Transfer History.
Ashley Teresa Berry, AS Biological Sciences.
Irina Platka, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
JC Lorena Vasquez Ruiz, AS Communication Studies, Photography.
Yelena Mazur, AS for Transfer, Business Administration with honors.
Shan Zadran, AS Computer Information Systems, Networking and Security with honors.
Gulnar Amandardiva, AS for Transfer, Business Administration with honors.
Amanda Marie Baycock, AA for Transfer, Political Science.
Arash Dabastani, AA for Transfer, Spanish.
Tyler Francis Zeiter, AS Applied Art and Design, Graphic Design with honors.
Is it Mambir? Monbir Kaur, AS Accounting with honors.
Teresa Leon, AA for Transfer, Philosophy.
John Vogt, AS Fire Technology with honors.
Mariah Jolie Biddle, AS Social Behavioral Sciences with honors.
Kaylee Lampy, AS Natural Science with honors.
Marisa Ann Honeyplata, AS Business Entrepreneurship with honors.
Jessica Marie Sladen, AA Applied Art and Design, Graphic Design with honors.
Brandon Anthony Broussard, AS for Transfer, Business Administration.
April Ann Elizabeth Gutierrez, AA for Transfer, History.
Reynaldo Alexi Torres Angel, AA Social Behavioral Sciences.
Christy Lee Greet, AS Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Ina Kaplankova, AA Business Administration with honors.
Sonia Shimazaki, AS Natural Science with honors.
Islamiat Florencio Razaki, AA for Transfer, Sociology. Rebecca B. Canterbury, AA Welding Technology. Hubert Dimitri Russell, AA Management. Reza Ray Shabazi, AS for Transfer, Business Administration. Elena Kalakina, AS for Transfer, Business Administration with honors. Olga Kolomieza, AS for Transfer Biological Sciences with honors. Amanda Nicole Bell, AA for Transfer English. Jessica Slade, AS Natural Sciences. Danny Marie Martinelli, AA for Transfer Psychology with honors. And last but not least, Sarah Renee Fry, AA Deaf Studies with honors.
Please join me in congratulating the graduating class of 2017-2018. You may toss your hats in the air. Please remain in your seats a moment while the faculty form the gauntlet, and then you are welcome to exit through the gauntlet. Again, congratulations to the Sierra College class of 2017-2018.